Bice logo going? Or is that it? We just gotta wait for it to turn.
Oh, you gotta wait for it to turn.
Oh, that's
you gotta
me.
wait for it to
I
turn.
always ask that. That's on me. All right, T-Bag.
What's good?
Let's go. Can we get
Come
the crowd
on,
going?
live
Can we get
crowd.
people up?
Give it up.
Oh, that's weak.
Yeah,
that's
weak.
on me though.
That's weak.
That's on me though.
Give it
There we
up.
go,
Give it up.
That's much better. Hell yeah.
Live band.
T-Back.
You guys.
Fucking back. Let's go.
We're back. Randy is on the track.
T-Back.
You know it's the Bice.
The pod master.
Hey,
you know how it
Bice.
goes.
Balance is center of everything. T-shirts coming soon. Shout out Dogbot hats.
Balance is the center of everything, dude. As you can tell
As
right
you
here.
can see.
We're probably gonna have to
Put the eye. Yeah. Put the eye in tight.
come on now.
Get a little bit of tilt on the C.
That works.
And
That
there
works.
it is, yeah,
there we go.
yeah.
Oh wait.
Always hydrate, though, people. Always hydrate.
Move this a little closer. All right. Now you can see. All right, my B.
The Bice,
All
the
right,
Bice.
Cool. My bad. That's my
Give it
bad.
up, give it up.
Yeah, so the Bice, I do kind of, dude, Adine, she came up with that so quick. With the
Queenie, yeah. Shout out.
Shouts Queen.
Balance is the center of everything. Bice.
Yeah,
That's the slogan.
she's a gem.
That and One Day Smarter.
Hashtag one day smarter, baby. All right.
Every day we're one day smarter.
So T-Back, as you know, we cover a lot of.
I do know.
We cover a lot of range, a lot of topics on this pod.
Wide variety.
A big thing.
Anything you want, we might have.
We're on. You just got to comment it below. We need more comments.
Yeah, any comments, we'll talk about anything. So tell us what you want to hear us talk about.
People aren't shy to comment on the shorts though. People love commenting on the shorts. They love to just say ridiculous things on the shorts.
Yeah, I mean, we could use even more comments on that as well.
Yeah,
but, you know.
It can never be enough. Good or bad, as long as
we just want the more feedback, the better, so we can.
But be respectful, be responsible.
Give you the best, product possible.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what we're about. We're about balance. It's the center of everything.
Center of everything. You got it. All right.
You got it. We got it.
So
yeah. What were we talking about?
There's a lot of pods out there.
Let's get back to it.
A lot of things, a lot of topics. Big thing I want to talk about is childhood, baby. We're going way back.
Oh shit.
Early Disney days, early Nickelodeon days.
Oh.
Let's just talk about some 2000s Disney shows.
Some 2000s Disney shows, Nickelodeon. I mean, yeah, who do we got?
I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole first. We're gonna go on along a journey today. It's gonna be a big journey. All right, how about this? You look up Nickelodeon shows, I'll look up Disney shows.
Yeah, I was always a Nickelodeon guy growing up.
Yeah,
comment below what you were, but I was a Nick guy.
Yeah,
Disney, not so much.
Yeah, Disney or Nickelodeon, huge rivalry. That's like Marvel and DC, but that's like salt and pepper. No,
yeah,
they don't really verse each other, but I guess they do. Yeah.
We
gotta go over best duos now. After this. See, I gotta.
Best duos in what?
Best duos of all time. Goat duos. We gotta get a top 10 going. We'll do that after this. That's a good. I like that topic. That's a good topic. But, before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna bring you down.
Ladies and
blast from the past. We're gonna go down. Early childhood developmental shows, shit that was probably formative for a lot of people that watch this. I would assume, I don't really know our analytics of who watches, but I would assume it's probably a lot of people that were born in the 90s. We're 90s kids. You're probably not going to say we're 90s kids because we were born in 98, but whatever.
97. I was 97, shout out.
I was 98, but shouts.
So I could technically be a 90s kid.
I mean,
you were definitely a 90s baby.
I would say yes. I
was maybe. Baby. Actually, we're the same age, just like the year is different.
But it's like even 99, like you still, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where you cut it off because like you're still pretty affected by that. I guess, I don't know. We're going to have to look up these years because I don't remember when each one started.
Eyes on.
But
eyes on.
Damn, I'm looking through this right now. It's a good we'll go back and forth. We'll go tit for tat. I'm gonna go first. My first
All right,
one.
hold on. Give me your best one right now.
Best one. Oh,
not even best, but like most influential to you.
Damn, those are fucking hard questions.
No, just do it.
See, I want to go like
Nike. Just do it.
Phineas and Ferb is goated, but I think out of all the ones I see right now, I gotta go Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Came out in 2005. Slaps.
Wow. Give it up for that.
Give it up. Give it up for the Sweet Life.
So good at clapping.
If you know, you know.
Yes. No,
right.
I mean.
So now give me your best on Nickelodeon.
All right. So I think comparable to that would be, we talked about it earlier, Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Everyone needed to know this.
Shouts.
Shout out. Live crowd. Thank you. Yeah, everyone needed all the tips from this show.
And dude, even if they didn't work, they still worked because you just learned a lesson.
Yeah, no, you actually learn legit lessons from the show, you know. It's things that you can implement to school, like, well, not really implement because
some of them
Cookie would have like the robot thing in his eye.
He was a cyborg.
Yeah, he was a cyborg, so.
Well, you know.
He was a boy genius.
Yeah, the thing.
Shout out Jimmy Neutron.
Shouts, which is also Nickelodeon.
Banger.
But
as well.
What I think is funny though is hold on, what was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say.
What's funny, bro? What's funny?
I forget what I was going to say. I'm sorry. You continue your talk though.
All right. I mean, we have our number ones. What's number two? Or what's like what's next? What's the next one you want to mention? Because I think I win that battle. I mean, comment below, people. But you know, Ned's or Sweet Life. I don't know.
I think. Well, I kind of where I wanted to go with this. Sorry, I was having trouble with the Disney shows things because there's a lot more. Because now that Disney Plus has everything.
Yeah, they do have.
When you look up Disney shows, it brings up Marvel, it brings up Mandalorian, Star Wars shits. So I just lost all the shits, but that's fine.
Brings up a lot.
Because there are definitely some here that I do not see that were a Disney show. I think. Maybe I'm tripping. I might be tripping. But yeah. Basically, I wanted to just name off some of because I feel like
just name a list of like some iconic shows right now.
Yeah, so
from Disney.
We're gonna go down a blast from the past.
Because I bet you the Nick would be a better list.
Yeah, 100%. If we're going versus, I think I lean towards Nickelodeon more. But what for the topic today is a topic I want to get into is the trauma that child actors went through on these shows because the thing is, obviously, we're going to talk about how formative these shows were for us first, and then we'll get into that.
Takes a turn for the worse.
But that's the funny thing is, right, like, yeah, you grow up on this shit. Like, this is something, like, forms you. Like, you develop a personality from these things. You learn. Like, it's so funny because, like, it's formative, isn't it?
Yeah, because little kids are like sponges, so everything they see, they absorb
it. Exactly, right? So like outside of
it forms you. It forms you as a human.
Yeah, so like outside of school, outside of sports, outside of every recreational thing you did as a child that your parents put you, into to help you grow. Obviously, like what you listen to, what you watch outside of that is, like you said, is something you will absorb, and like that's why social media nowadays is so like debilitating. It's because people absorb a bunch of influx of just, stimulation, and like who knows if that stimulation is good for you or not. We're still trying to figure that out. But yeah, so basically this is the TikTok. This was the TikTok for us back in the day.
Yeah,
because when us growing up, like we're not super old, but like yeah, we definitely grew up in a technological age. Like computers were a thing, phones were a thing. But like the first iPhone,
it's not what it was today, like it is today.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first iPhone was invented 2005. I think 2004, something like that. So we were like 6, 7, 8. We were, I was 7.
We were young.
We were still like well aware. We were aware of what's going on at that point. When you're 8 years old, you're pretty aware of what's going on. And
yeah, you can.
And like
you can basically.
That was back in the day when like
drinking age.
But like that was back in the day. Like if we wanted to hang, we would just go to the park and we would all just be there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? We wouldn't text each other. We wouldn't call each other.
Just go to the park.
We had landlines.
And just trust.
And just trust. Literally, like, we had landlines, so we could have called, but like.
Or maybe it was use the landline to call your friend's house. Their mom always picks up. Hi, can I talk?
Yeah.
Or is Smitty home? Like, or can I hang out with Smitty today?
Yeah.
Yep. And then
exactly.
They'll be like, all right, either put your mom on the phone or, you can talk to him. Or just tell him, hey, I'll be at the park.
Yeah. That's just how it was. Like, you didn't need a text. You didn't need to do this big scheduled thing just to meet each other. Yep. You'd just be like, all right, we're going to be at the Yule every day.
Didn't need a text. Just pull up and the Bice will be there.
But yes. So those are great times. We definitely need to talk about that more. But I want to get back into this, or else we're going to go on a tangent.
But then what ruined those times was these TV shows.
I don't think they ruined it, but I think it was a start of, people staying in more, people not going outside, getting active. Again, it's like the social media thing. It's just like this stimulation obviously is good for entertainment, but like, is it good long term? Like, is it sustainable? Like, does it debilitate you? And it kind of does. And it's funny because God bless.
Thank you.
I don't know why I hit that one, but I still got to remember which one's which. But pretty much, like, we're still in a time of we're unsure because people like to say like video games and like shooting games cause things, and
I mean every type of media you take in, you're going to be affected somewhat.
Yeah.
And especially in
people take it the wrong way, and
the TikTok world, or like even these shows. Too much of anything is a bad thing.
Facts.
And TikTok is made to be addictive. I don't know if these shows were made to be addictive, but they seem to be addictive.
Yeah,
as a
I would
young
say
kid.
For some people, it's like they're everything. Like I said, it's
like TikTok-esque. Like you said, it's the TikTok of that generation, 100%.
And that was what it was for us. So, like I said, we grew up on this. A lot of core values. Like, I'm gonna list some of these shows. So,
let's hear 'em.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Ooh.
Selena Gomez, dude. Like, what an icon! Absolute icon. Like, blew up. Like, she's an icon of pop culture because of this show.
Mm-hmm.
That's an icon of pop culture. We got That's So Raven. Raven Simone, icon, fucking
legend.
Through this show. This one, That's So Raven came out in 2003, so I was about 5. Wizards of Waverly Place was. I can't talk. Wizards of Waverly Place.
It's a tongue twister now. It's a tongue twister.
Came out in 2007, so still young. Phineas and Ferb, 2007, goated show. Hannah Montana, 2006.
Phineas and Ferb is actually my favorite, one of my favorite shows.
It's fire.
From that time, for sure.
Wait, where's Barry?
Where's Barry?
Sweet
Shout out Roll the Wave.
Shouts Rod. Shouts Rod. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Sweet Life of Zach and Coney, 2005. Goated, as we know.
Yep.
Lizzie McGuire. Shout out Glizzy McGuire, 2001.
Shout out Glizzy.
Shouts. Dude, I'm looking at like Lizzie McGuire only had 2 seasons. I feel like it had like 1 million.
But had a movie.
Kim Possible, dude. Like, amazing.
Wow.
Even Stevens,
Yo.
Amazing. Handy Manny, shouts. Little Einsteins, shouts.
Shouts.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah, Little
Power
Einsteins,
Rangers.
but how does that compare to the Backyardigans?
Is Backyardigans in Disney?
No,
if it
Nickelodeon.
All right, it is weird because Backyardigans slaps, in my opinion. Lilo and Stitch, Disney, let's go. Emperor's New Groove.
All right,
Disney.
well, now these are movies. That's cheating. Because Disney has better movies than Nickelodeon.
TV
Absolutely.
shows of the movies.
Okay.
But I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
I'm just letting you know there.
But no one watched those back then.
I'm just letting you know that realm of where we're in. They had the Jonas Brothers TV show, if you remember that too, by the way.
Yeah, they did.
So yeah, I mean, even Stevens, like Shia LaBeouf.
All right, but yeah, Disney, it had some bangers, dude.
Shia
LaBeouf, shout out.
Proud Family. Goddamn. But yeah,
Proud Family.
So those are some big icons. Those are the people I grew up on. Like people who still grow up on. Like I said, they're still icons, still doing their thing. So now, T-Bag, your turn.
Yes, sir.
Let's hear the Nickelodeon side.
So,
can we get a drum roll?
Yeah, here we go. We got iCarly.
Shouts.
Drake and Josh.
Shouts.
Zoe 101.
Shouts. No misses.
No misses. We got Jimmy Neutron.
Shouts. No miss.
Danny Phantom.
Oh, goated.
The original Rugrats.
Goated.
Avatar, Last Airbender.
Goated, dude.
Timmy Turner.
I forgot that was
Or
Nickelodeon.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Goated.
I can't believe we haven't mentioned this one yet, but SpongeBob.
Hit.
I mean, SpongeBob's goated.
Grand slam out of the park.
We even have things people wouldn't really think of off the bat. The Amanda Show.
Dude, I was just going to say all of that. Like, dude, Nickelodeon is goated.
All that.
Keep going.
This one is out of left field, but Just Jordan with Lil JJ, I think his name is.
I feel like I do remember this. Yes, I do remember that.
We got. What else do we got?
There's definitely way more.
Even the little kid shows. Dora, Lazy Town.
Lazy Town low-key slapped. Little kind of sus, but
yeah,
the puppet
it could be sus. We got Cat Dog.
Shouts. Yeah, there's Cat Dog. There's Doug. There's Hey Arnold. Dude, there's a million. So many. I'm not even.
I can't even like.
I cannot name you as many Disney shows as I can name Nickelodeon shows. That's just for a reason, you know.
Yes. What is this show?
I would compare Marvel to Nickelodeon and
Rocket Power.
Oh, God, how did we miss that?
Goated.
Jesus, Shaka, bro. Shouts.
Big shouts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
As Told by Ginger. Like, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about here? Well, yeah, if it's a versus, it's clear no contest to DC. I mean DC. It's clear no.
Oh, wait,
no
what?
Contest.
Wait, what?
The Nickelodeon.
Was that a Freudian slip?
That was a slight Freudian slip.
That you are a DC over Marvel guy?
Nah, Marvel's got it.
After Black Adam has dropped, shouts.
Did you watch
Dwayne
that
The Rock
movie?
Johnson? No.
Oh, we gotta talk about that movie, dude. I saw that movie. I'm just a big superhero fan. Like, I fucks with DC, I fucks with Marvel both, but Marvel's clearly the better, 100%.
Yeah. Well,
But it is funny though, because DC does have Dark Knight Rises, all that shit. They got some bangers. But
yeah.
I mean, obviously Disney has bangers too. I just think Nickelodeon and Marvel have way more. I mean, it's clear. Like you said, we could name more. I think it'd be a much easier test.
The Wild Thornberries.
Wild Thornberries is another one, dude. How are we missing all these? But yeah, like Nickelodeon, huge. But yeah, to go down the rabbit hole of all this, like why I want to talk about it is because it's so funny to me that we grew up on this, and behind the scenes, it was not all, rainbows and butterflies.
It wasn't all that.
As you would see, right? Like, you watch shows like Full House and yeah, like, all, like, these are obviously not Nickelodeon Disney, but, like, you watch those, like, Boy Meets World and Family Matters and, like,
yeah, all
those shows that, like, kind of, like, teach you a lot. Like, they're more adult, but they're for kids. Like, Friends, like, obviously it's more adult, but, like a kid can watch and, like, they kind of teach you things. Like I said, it's formative for me. Like, although like they weren't Nickelodeon Disney, they still.
Drake and Josh. You learn things. The Peruvian puff pepper.
Dude, they're
it's
things
illegal.
We
in
will
some
never
states.
forget because they're just pop culture. Like,
yeah,
things like the robot when he's like, "Por favor, por favor." Like, you know what I mean? Like, why do I remember that in my
You
archives?
never forget how to say please in Spanish.
Yeah, that's you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit. And you watch it, right? You watch Full House, you watch Friends, you watch Drake and Josh, and you think they have the perfect family. Like, even though they beef, like, they always make it right at the end of the episode. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even when Drake and Josh split, in that epi when Josh was just done with Drake, just cut him out of his life. Yep. Drake was freaking out. Like, dude, you knew they were going to come back together. That's a dynamic duo. You know what I mean? Like, every episode there's a struggle.
Untouchable dynamic duo.
100%. And that's, like, literally, it's a constant, like, it's a recurring theme in every show you watch. Like, Sweet Life of Zach Cody, Ned's the Classified. They both got a struggle in the episode, like dealing with bullies, dealing with school, dealing with this, dealing with that. And at the end of the episode, you're always thought, like, all right, it's gonna come back around. It's gonna get right. You know,
it's gonna get right.
It's gonna get corrected. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's life. Is that not life? Like, you go through the struggle, but you're gonna get it right at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like it shows you
that's a deep fucking thought process.
all these
right
lessons learned and all these stories that, you know, at the end of the day show you something.
Yes.
And make you, like, you learn something from watching them, but as you said, it wasn't what it seemed. Like, look, especially as a kid, that's not what it seems. It seems like what we just said.
Right. It's like you're everything.
It always works out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you watch Full House and you're like, yeah, I'm a part of that family. You know, you watch Drake and Josh, you're like, yeah, those my brothers. Like Megan, you know, like Megan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you watch it, you feel like you're part of the family.
You were Josh Peck, legit.
I was literally, me and Josh Peck had the same like experience in life.
the same hero origin story.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the thing, is you feel part of it, and then come to realize now that we're older, we're grown up, realizing life is not as cool as it once was thought to be. It's a lot serious, it's a lot scarier, it's a lot more fucked up, for lack of a better word. And
we find out
these actors that you watch, that you became boys with, these people were dark people, like tortured souls in a way.
Yeah. I mean, you said it earlier, there's a scandal. Who was it? Some creator of...
Yeah, so it's not a one size fits all. It's not every single show. Like, there's obviously some shows that we'll talk about that didn't deal with such bad things, but the major shows like iCarly, you know,
was it all Nickelodeon?
For Nickelodeon right now. Everyone, you definitely know Dan Schneider. You've heard of Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider.
We should put up a picture of Dan Schneider. Everyone knows Dan Schneider. He has created every single formative TV show you watch as a kid. Like we just said, iCarly, Drake and Josh. Why don't we look up Dan Schneider's discography, whatever it is?
Schneider.
Filmography.
His playbook.
Let's go down it right now. We got Good Burger, dude. That's all that, like, fantastic. Victorious, iCarly.
Yeah.
Drake and Josh.
Did you do Zoe 101?
Zoe 101.
Yeah.
Filmography shows.
Yeah, here we go. Dan Schneider. New allegations against producer Dan Schneider include hypersexual practices at Nickelodeon. What the flip? Look, there's a picture of him right here. Standing next to Drake. Gibby's there. They're cheering for him.
It's so crazy because he's been in it for a minute, dude. It goes all the way back. He made Amanda Show, all that. What I Like About You, wow. Drake and Josh, Sim and Kaz, only one on iCarly, Victorious. Yeah, as you guys know. So I mean, those are such crucial shows. You growing up, and you come to find out, like, he was essentially, like, a lot of, like, misconduct, as you could tell, like abuse, bad treatment, and a lot of actors came out about it. Like the girl in iCarly, her name's Sam, the blonde girl. She came out about the abuse, both, like, physically, emotionally.
Yeah, Jeanette McCurdy.
Jeanette McCurdy, yes. Shouts.
Shouts Jeanette.
She was, like, the first one to, like, kind of get the ball rolling on pushing the idea that there was some malpractice going on, some maltreatment, right? Like, remember when Kesha was going through her shit with her her label, like, couldn't make music because there was some weird sexual abuse going on there. It was like that type deal.
Yeah.
But that was in music. She was struggling back then to deal with that. I think she's fully, like, cool now. Like, Britney Spears had struggled with her, like, conservative shit. Like, all these icons, like, went through these weird abusive things. And
yo, here we go. I got a little section to speak on what you're talking about.
Yeah, speak exactly what happened, because I don't want to mess it up.
Writers, actors, and crew members told Insider that they were disturbed by sexualized scenes in Schneider's script, such as a goo pop shot on Zoe 101 that mimicked the sex act and involved the young Jamie Lynn Spears. Another instance involved a teenage Victoria Justice having food rubbed on her bare stomach in Victorious online extras. Schneider also allegedly created a hostile work environment, traumatized many, the accuser said, all while curating some of the most coveted child acting gigs of the early 2000s. So, yeah, that's just a little look on what was actually going down.
Yeah,
it probably was worse than what this reports, but
right. And like the people that have come out and talked about it have explained their sides of the story and how just crazy it is. And it's like it's wild to think about because like the Harvey Weinstein situation, right?
yes.
He was like the biggest producer in Hollywood. Like
same
quid
vibe.
pro quo. Yeah, sexual abuse. Like if you want to make it in this industry, you got to do some weird shit. And it's like not the case. But
you don't.
That's how the business was, right? And like. So we obviously know about the Harvey Weinstein situation. I don't want to get into that. That's a little more political, and I don't like shit. Everyone always wants to make things political. But either way, no one has any right to be abusing anybody of any kind, of anything. Like, grow up, dude. Like, walk away. Let's grow up. But yeah, a lot of people came out, like we said, Jeanette McCurdy, someone that was so influential to me, myself, personally, watching iCarly. iCarly was like one of my favorite shows. And as well as some other girls in Zoe 101, Zoe's friend Nicole, the kind of like the dumb, she's supposed to be like the dumb blonde of the show, but she's not blonde, but like she was like the ditzy girl.
Okay.
You remember her? She was like the silly one, and then they had the other girl, Jade, that was like the more serious punk one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Tan girl. Yeah. And then Zoe is the kind, star of the show, right?
Yeah.
So that was like the typical, high school show, right?
Yeah.
You had your characters and everything, so. And the girl that played the ditzy girl, her name's Nicole, ended up coming out just like Sam, Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly coming out. Yeah. They both, even Ariana Grande. Let's talk about Ariana Grande for a second. Again, Victorious, a fucking icon. Ariana Grande like owns the earth basically.
Also a murderer, but don't at me.
Hey, don't. Let's not bring that up. Shouts R.I.P. Mac.
But she did R.I.P. Mac.
I just saw that apparently an album is dropping of a collab album with Mac Miller and a producer named Mad Lib. Do you know who Mad Lib is?
No.
So you know who MF Doom is?
Yes.
MF Doom and Mad Lib made a collab album together called Mad Villainy, like one of my favorite rap albums of all time. Shit goes fucking crazy.
Shout out.
Mad Lib and Mac Miller, Mac Lib, are dropping a collab album apparently soon.
Let's fucking go, Mac
and
Lib.
That's really hype. I don't know if it's new content. I don't know if it's old song. I don't know what it is. But all I saw was that they're coming with a collab album this year, and I'm in for it. Fucking
Let's
in for
go.
it. That's dope. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm always ready to hear some new
People
Mac.
like to talk about,
Mac's goated, bro.
Posthumous album. You know what posthumous album is, right?
No.
They release music after they died.
Okay,
They died.
Postpartum,
posthumous, they call it.
Okay.
Posthumous. Posthumous. I think that's how you pronounce it. But people like to talk about, like, it's disrespectful. Because you see it with Juice WRLD and XXXTentacion, and they'll release a lot of their music because they had so much in the vault. They release it, and people get dumb tight. They're like, "Oh, you're milking them, all this." I'm also getting sidetracked by right now. We should actually save this. Let's pick back up on it. There's a lot of things we got to pick back up on. Hold on. I need to write these down because there's quite a few things.
But
so we had duos.
What is duos and
posthumous Mac Miller shit.
Yeah.
Duos, posthumous.
Bottom line is
album takes.
Yeah.
All right, word. All right, so bottom line, we're going back to the TV shows.
Yeah, TV shows.
To get back to Zoe 101, the girl Nicole came out just like Jeanette McCurdy, and Ariana Grande as well has come out and talked about their inappropriate, unsafe work environments. Ariana Grande, for example, I do remember her saying that Dan Schneider would take videos and pictures of her feet on a bed. And this is all on YouTube, by the way. Like
Zoe 101.
I mean, this could be out of context because I don't know the full story. I always question everything, as we say. Don't take our word for it. But there is video evidence of Ariana Grande from Victorious on a bed, like Dan Schneider just like filming her in her feet, like really, and she was young at the time, really odd. But you can find that, and she speaks on that and how it was a weird situation.
That's wild.
Nicole speaks on her situation where she was bullied by Jamie Lynn Spears, aka Zoe, aka Britney Spears' little sister,
Yeah.
bullied, and not just by her, by a lot of her other co-stars, to the point where even Britney Spears herself was on the show and like bullied Nicole, the friend of the show. And this is, again, all on YouTube, all on podcasts, all in books too. They all written. Jeanette McCurdy wrote a book about her time. Again, sexual abuse, dealing with shit. This is all documented. I don't know what they'd gain by lying from this, but like it seems pretty legit that this guy was not a good dude.
Yeah, no.
It
Listen
hurts,
to this,
right? And like that's the thing is, I don't think people will want to admit that he's a bad dude because they grew up on this shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, continue.
But yeah, here's just another little blurb.
Blurb.
So Zoe 101 star Alexa Nicholas.
That's Nicole.
That's Nicole.
Yeah, I forgot her name. Thank you. Shouts.
Yes.
Shouts Alexis. Alexis or Alexa?
Alexa.
Shouts Alexa.
Alexa Nicholas, who last week protested outside Nickelodeon headquarters with and
last week?
Wait, this article is from. Let's date ourselves here. Where the hell is it?
Drink some water, by the way.
Yeah, always hydrate. Oh, this is from August 2022.
Okay, so that's recent, though. What is that, like 5 months ago? 6 months ago?
Yeah. And has publicly said she did not feel safe around Dan Schneider
8 months ago.
while working at Nickelodeon. Detained and corroborated various accounts in the report. She described Schneider as volatile and on-set environment of Zoe 101 as traumatizing. She is said to have left the network when she was about 13 after a contentious exchange with her co-star's sister, pop star Britney Spears, that resulted in Schneider later going on a tirade against Nicholas in front of Nickelodeon executives. So, yeah, like what you were saying. They were just going at her.
It was traumatizing, as they said.
And then for everyone to hear it, because, as you said, they might not want to believe it because they love the show so much.
Yeah.
Quote, he's not a good guy, Nicholas said, and Nickelodeon was just letting it happen.
Letting it happen. Just like
because
Harvey
you know why?
They just let him happen. Money talks.
Money talks.
Yeah, that's facts. No.
Crazy.
And I want to talk about another great Nickelodeon show, Ned's Declassified. Shouts to Ned's Declassified.
Big shouts.
They just decided to do a pod together, the three main co-stars, so Ned, Cookie, and Mose. They did a pod together, and where they rewatch. They don't show you. They rewatch and then hop on the pod and talk about their experience. But their show wasn't created by Dan Schneider. Their show was created by someone else called Scott Fellows. Not as a big of a name as Dan, but still, Ned's Classified, like you said, is a
made a lot of
still
bangers.
A goated Nickelodeon show, right?
Yeah.
And so they talk about their experience, and they speak on how other child stars had dark, traumatizing lives. Like, if we're talking about, look at Shia LaBeouf, Amanda Bynes, Miley Cyrus.
You know
what I mean?
Raven.
So many of these child actors.
I mean, all of them had tough goes at it, I think.
Yeah, they all went through some shit, and like, as you can see now why. You know what I mean?
Home Alone kid.
Oh, Macaulay Culkin. Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin, yeah.
That's the point, right? Like, these people that you watch and like you idolize them, and then they become, degenerative people. People think, oh, they blame it on them. They blame it on drugs. They blame it on this, and like, although like those are like mainly the causes,
plays a factor.
There's a deep underlying thing that they were brought up formative years in a traumatizing, abusive environment, and that's like they were so treated crazy to me. That's that sucks.
They were treated as property, or they were treated as
replaceable
as adults, and B as adults when they're not adults, they're kids, and B as like property, replaceable, and just like a piece of meat for the network.
If you won't do it, we'll just get the next man up,
right?
And
exactly.
and that's basically when I was looking into that Alexa Nicholas girl. It's basically like what they told, like, if she couldn't deal with it, then we're just gonna fire you and get someone else. And like, she was like, I want to act, I want to be on the show, like this, I like doing this, and like,
right,
and
good opportunity, obviously, but not worth it.
And I guess
her.
Dan Schneider to her face would tell her the show was called Zoe 101. Quote, this is a quote from her. The show was called Zoe 101 and not Nicole 101. And he would repeatedly say that to her. And she was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, that's just toxic.
That doesn't matter just because she's not the main star. It doesn't mean like it's cool for her to get bullied. You know what I mean? Like even if Jamie Lynn Spears was bullied, like that shouldn't be happening. You know what I mean? Like if you're going through some bad shit, whether you're the main star or not, like you got to stop that. You got to
Yeah, wait. So she was being bullied behind the scenes, or just in
like
the
behind the
show?
scenes? Obviously not on camera.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
Behind the scenes, like when they're getting ready, they're on set. Like
yeah, so that has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with the name of the show.
Exactly, it has nothing to do with the show.
Like if she was getting bullied,
the show ain't real. The show ain't
if
real.
she was getting bullied within the shooting of the show, then that makes sense why he said it's Zoe 101, not Nicole 101.
Right, because her position would be to get bullied, right?
But
like, no, like this was unsafe
this is
environment.
This is real life.
Unsafe, like real life bullying environment.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
And like some people look at that like, oh, whatever. Like you got to get bullied. You got to do this. And like, yeah, you do to an extent.
Yeah, imagine being 12-year-old girl and Britney Spears is just bullying the shit out of you.
Britney Spears, like she talks about
and this
like,
grown man, this grown fat large man, Dan Schneider,
not helping you.
Yeah,
and like being mad sus to you. You know what I mean?
That's definitely gonna mess with your head,
right? And
a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Like Britney Spears, she said like was her idol. Like to meet her
not
was an
anymore.
honor. And then like to find out like your idol fucking hates you. Don't meet your fucking heroes, dude. Like that's crazy. But I guess since then, Britney Spears did reach out and apologize to her, and she said that was dope. She said Jamie Lynn Spears apologized to her, but that's because they did a music video where they kind of did a short reboot of Zoe 101, and she just wanted her to be a part of it.
Wow. So it was a backhanded apology.
It was a fake apology just to get you back. But whatever. I don't know. I don't know how true that is. Again, you can all find that if you look her up. Look, you can find everything. But I just want to talk about that because it's so funny how on the surface, like, things seem so perfect. It's like an iceberg, right? Iceberg, there's like the 20% is on the top, 80% is on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So like the whole thing is to just like uncover that 80%, and like once you do, you find out it's like this dark shit that like fucking hits.
It's not what you want.
It's not what you
want.
Or
it's not what you think. It's not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Ever.
But
that's the reality.
You never want to see it. You never want it to happen. You don't want to believe it. Like you're people you look up to and are role models to you are just like these fucking tortured people, and it's so weird.
It's the downside of the industry, the dark side.
And like
maybe that's what's driving social media and TikTok
that's a good point. It is
working for
shit.
These industries. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Because now you don't need record labels or producers or TV shows or agents. You don't need that now. You can get on YouTube. You can get on anything and do it yourself, completely independent.
Exactly.
There's independent artists, actors, everything that just do it themselves, that just blow up. Like there are actors that are famous now because they were just great on YouTube and they got a shot because of their YouTube presence and made it work. You know what I mean? Like
Fred, dude. That was a Nick show, I think.
Fred was a YouTube channel. And then he became a Nickelodeon actor because
he was a YouTube stud.
He was a YouTube stud, dude.
And then made his own show.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. But
shout out Fred. Forgot about that, man.
But yeah, like to get back to the Ned show, they're doing their podcast and they speak on how they saw it, like because they're friends. Like these people that were in other TV shows at the time, like he says he's like cool, like the guy that played Ned. He's cool with like people that did Zoe 101, people that did Drake and Josh, like because they were around the same age, like at the same time, doing the same thing. So they said like it's very close knit. Like Big Time Rush, for example, like he's friends with Big Time Rush.
The boys, shout out! How do we forget them?
Big Time Rush. Is that Nickelodeon?
That's Nick.
That is Nick, dude. That is a goated show, dude.
They make bangers,
bro.
I gotta look up their song.
BTR low key has fucking bangers.
I'm looking for a girlfriend. No,
what's that song was like?
Boy,
that's a good song. But what about the one where they sampled the when I was down, woohoo, when I'm rolling through your town, woohoo, say yeah.
I don't remember that one.
That song's heat.
No, they do have some heat.
They have heat.
Shout
Don't
out.
sleep on BTR. Dude.
Don't sleep on BTR.
But no, yeah. So like, what's funny is like Ned's Declassified. Like they had this guy Scott Fellows, and he was like the antithesis essentially of Dan Schneider.
What?
Like the opposite of Dan Schneider.
Okay. Antithesis.
Like, antithesis. Big word. Big word.
We learned something new today. One day smarter now.
Shouts. Can you spell it? No, we won't do that to you. Spelling bee. ANTITHESIS.
And antithesis.
ANTETHESIS.
So that means the opposite.
Yes.
Antithesis.
Now you make me question myself.
Antithesis. Antithesis.
It's ANTITHESIS. I said E because I'm a bot.
Hey, no negative
that
self-talk.
is the direct opposite of someone or something else. So yeah. So Scott Fellows essentially
antithesis
from Ned's Declassified was just a good guy. Like they speak how they had such a fun time on shows, and like they talk about how they like you still got to go to school, and like you had to do like school like hour increments, but like so pretty much like you'd be on set filming and then you'd go to school, get your hours.
Was
of school
it in that same school that they would take classes?
I would assume they all like took classes together, every single child actor, because that's where like because you got to be on set. You know what I mean? And dude, it's funny because like it's funny. Ned's Declassified literally only takes inside of school, and they just spent like 24/7 in a school. That must be miserable, even though you're acting. Just like school sucks. You know what I mean?
It's the shot. That's
the shot, though. But yeah, so like Scott Fell was like a good guy, like great dude. And what I wanted to talk about was when they wanted to do a renewal of or a reboot of Ned's Declassified, a reunion, I should say. They do a reunion. I guess Scott Fellows and the guy that played Ned, like everyone like pitched an idea. They said it was a great idea. They want like very good, but they decided to give it to Drake and Josh instead for their reunion. Or iCarly. iCarly got a reunion. Yeah. So the thing was is that they favored. It was an iCarly reunion now
because they favored Schneider.
They favored Schneider over Scott Fellows. Still.
Do you know why?
Because he just got power. He's got clout.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's got clout. Like, because he's been in the game for so long. And, like...
Nickelodeon is, like, his bitch at this point.
That's why, like, Harvey Weinstein never got caught because he had fucking clout. People were like, if I say something, like...
No, he's like, no one's going to believe you.
Career's gone. Like, life over. Like, if you say anything, career gone, life over type deal, right? I think that's the same idea. Is that, all right, like, this is a great pitch, like... They told them it was a great pitch, but we're just not doing it right now. And they're like, okay, well, like, can we get the rights to, like, go do it with someone else? And they're like, no.
Yeah.
They're just like, we're not helpful, nothing. So he was like, fuck it, we're just going to do a pod. And then just do a podcast, started ourselves.
We're just doing it live.
And, like, dude, they get so much traction because, again, like, they're targeting a good audience right now because a big audience that uses media, podcasts, YouTube is our age people. Like, between the ages of, like, 16 to like 30, I'd say, or even 40. You know what I mean? Like, I bet people that were born in the 80s were watching Drake and Josh and probably thought it was great too. You know what I mean? Like,
shout out.
That's like a good range, and those are the people that use social media and just media in general the most. And like, it's cool that like they're like, fuck it, if we can't get a show, we're just gonna do it another way. Then we'll find a fucking way. Yeah. And I think that's so cool because when I looked into that, I saw that the Wizards of Waverly Place people.
Shout out.
Not Selena Gomez.
David Henry.
He's not on it. He might be. I don't know. I need to look more into it. But it's the ginger girl that was Selena's friend on the show. The normie, not a wizard. And the dad of the show. I forget their names.
The dad was a goat.
But the dad of the show, both together, they decided to start a pod. Same thing like Ned's Declassified. And just like talk about their experience. And I guess they had like a mostly good experience, but definitely some weird ones.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I didn't get to dive into it too much.
Who created that show?
I don't know. We can look that up right now.
Was it a child predator?
Let's hope not.
I couldn't see it because that show I felt like had a lot of adults on it.
Yeah. But I think I just think it's really cool that Todd J. Greenwald is the guy that did it.
Todd J. Greenwald. Yeah, I haven't heard anything. Because Selena Gomez, I feel like
She would use her power.
she turned out well in the industry.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, she's been successful. Jake T. Austin.
Yeah, that's
People forget.
Again, icons. These are people that are huge.
Oh, Jennifer Stone.
Is that the
Harper Finkel.
Yep.
Yes, and then
Jennifer Stone.
The mom, Maria Canals Barea.
Yep. The Latina,
dad,
the Latina.
David DeLuise. He was hilarious.
So yeah, David, the dad is goated. But I guess Todd J. Greenwald also was a producer for Hannah Montana, and so other good shows. So
shout out.
Oh wait, maybe he's not because Miley Cyrus is fucked up. I don't know. We'll come back to that. But yeah, I think it's cool that they get to share their
She is, but she isn't.
experience.
She is, but
she's
she
back. She's back on the track. I think it was more for her. Like she talked about her. I listened to her podcast with Joe Rogan.
Okay.
And they get deep a little bit, and she got vulnerable about her divorce to Thor's brother, Liam Hemsworth.
Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Yeah, she made a song about it, right?
Yeah, she was just down bad about it. You know, she depressed, all that shit, and they talk about it. So yeah, I mean, she had a plethora of things, but still, these child stars like go through it, dude, and I feel terrible. I just want to talk about that. I just felt terrible about it, man.
No, I mean, it's real.
It's real shit, dude. And it's funny because, like you said, we grew up on that, had no idea, dude. Yep. I'm fucking watching Zoe 101, no idea behind the scenes that little girl's getting her shit beat every day. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, dude. Like, that's so sad to think about. It's just, it's all a fucking lie. It's all a fucking lie.
And, like,
everything's a fucking lie. If there's anything you can learn in life, everything's a fucking lie.
Yeah, like, that's the thing that you could apply to, like, everything. Like, everyone, like, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, it could be the happiest person you know. But
that's why you got to check in on your peoples.
Yeah, but behind the scenes, they're like, it's not going well. But yeah, you got to check in on your peoples.
Checking on the homies, dude.
Because that's always spread the love and positivity, the joy.
Yes, that's the underlying thing of this. Is like everything you see on social media and TV, everything like. You may think it looks perfect. You may think it's great. You may think your life is not. But, like, dude, behind the fucking... When you go...
Closed doors.
When you go deep. When you're
you
not...
never know.
When you're not looking superficial. When you cut deep, you figure it out. Like, there's layers to this shit. Like an ogre. There's layers. And you peel back those layers one by one. And you find some fucking dark shit. And that's sad because it shouldn't be like that. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be like that. It doesn't need to be like that. But, I mean...
But that's reality.
And like not to say like I'm a soft person like like somebody can't take a little bullying like there's a line like there's a fucking line you cannot cross,
if you're Britney Spears
if you're if you're sexually abusing
12-year-old
you're fucking you know what I mean like there's a fucking line and like
well yeah no shit
that's obviously that's no shit one but even like there's a line.
The bullying is definitely something that could be avoided.
Bullying
too.
is a natural thing, and like to an extent of like teasing and picking on builds character type thing. Like I will.
Yeah,
agree,
a lot of people say like
a healthy.
The
spot.
world needs healthy bullying.
Yes, a healthy spot of something that just like lights a fire underneath you. You know what I mean? A healthy something. Like that's fine. I'll give you that. But like I don't know the way they describe their shit. It did not seem like it was healthy. How they were traumatized and all this.
Not
stuff.
at all. The opposite.
So, if there's anything you take from this, it's just that, underneath, behind the curtains, everything is not all sunshine and rainbows. Like your life is gonna have ups and downs. Like do not, worry about, focus on you because you realize that everyone else is capped. Everything's capped, dude.
Just focus on the balance of your life. Bice. Balance is the center of everything.
No, that is a good one.
For sure. I mean,
but I feel like we've been talking about this for too long. I think you guys get my grip on. You get my grip on this. I get your grip on this.
I smell what you're stepping in. Absolutely.
The idioms. You're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I kind of want to talk about the black sheep of the child TV shows, and we didn't even get to talk about Cartoon Network.
Oh, the black sheep.
The black sheep, dude. I feel like people sleep on Cartoon Network when it's...
Also, shout out Boomerang.
It's a fucking... Boomerang shouts. There was a lot of them.
That's the old Johns, though.
But...
Cartoon Network.
People treat, Cartoon Network, like it's the
Chopped liver.
Like it's the ugly stepsister, right? Like you know what I mean? And it's
but no, it definitely has bangers. But
I want to talk about this real quick. Yeah,
that's the thing. It's all cartoons.
Yeah, but
there's no like.
Aren't cartoons arguably like you were talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No, I mean I love cartoons. I'm just saying they don't. That's why it wasn't.
They don't get as much
popular.
traction. No, you're right. But I'm gonna say I think Avatar: The Last Airbender is like one of the best.
That was a formative
cartoon shows I've ever
for sure. Great show. Shout out.
Dude, they gotta do a live action of that, either as a show or as a movie or something. They gotta get. They
did.
Right.
They did a live action.
They did a movie, but it wasn't good. They
gotta do it good,
dude. The show.
Maybe we should do it. We'll write one. You'll play Aang.
Don't let the cave-in get you down, sucker.
Don't let the
sucker was tweaking.
Don't let the falling rocks turn your smile into a frown. Don't let the cave-in get you down, sucker.
Dude, fucking Momo.
Secret tunnel, secret tunnel, secret.
But yeah, like I think that's my favorite cartoon show. But I'm looking.
That's a great show.
Dude, we got Courage the Cowardly Dog. We got
Banger.
Ben 10.
Banger.
We got Adventure Time.
Banger.
Regular Show.
Banger.
We got Powderpuff Girls.
Banger.
We got Codename Kids Next Door.
Banger.
Dude, we got a ton. This is some Ed, Edd and Eddy. Like
banger.
I mean, come on now, Ed and Eddy. What a trio, dude. What a fucking
yeah, what a trio. That's probably top trio of all time. We want to talk about duos. The top trio.
Yeah, if we're doing duos, and we might as well do trios.
Yeah.
Like Jordan Pippen, Rodman.
Jordan Pippen, Rodman.
Ed and Eddy is like Jordan Pippen, Rodman.
Yeah.
Rodman.
Who's who though? I think Ed is Jordan. Ed is Pippen, and Eddie is Rodman.
Eddie is the short one, right? The one that he's like the kind of the main character. He's like the confident one with the blue jeans. Eddie, right? And then Ed Boy. Ed Boy is the smart one, the quiet one.
Ed Boy.
And then Ed is just the, hi, I'm Ed.
All right, so who's who?
So, I'm trying to differentiate them for us.
Ed is Pippen.
Hold on.
Ed is Rodman.
We need to get on the same page. I don't know if you think.
And Eddie is Jordan.
I don't think you know who I know who I'm talking about. Ed Boy is the one with two D's.
Okay.
Ed double D is the smart one.
Yes. So that.
And then Ed is the dumb
Pippen.
one, and I think Eddie is the main character.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Eddie is Jordan.
Oh my God. Ed in the show was born autistic.
And what?
So I guess confirmed he was an autistic character. Ed, the one that was stupid.
Oh.
All right, so
Pippen.
All right.
Well, then who's Plank?
Plank is his buddy.
Plank is Steve Kerr. Shout out.
Steve Kerr. All right. So Eddie's Jordan.
Eddie's Jordan. Smart Ed is Pippen.
Smart Ed is Pippen.
Dumb Ed is Rodman. Plank
is Kerr.
Plank is Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr.
Yes.
Yo, that's too funny.
Shout out.
Were we talking about trios right there? We do got to talk about duos. So what do you want to get into? I just want to talk about Cartoon Network for a second. It's not even on here. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Yes.
I need more like Mandy, yeah. What's that song?
Candy by
Candy,
MGK. That's a banger.
Play with death like I'm Billy and Mandy,
Mandy,
yeah. No, that's facts. That was a hard bar. I can't even name them all, and I bet I'm missing a ton, which sucked. But Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, dude.
Yes,
it's all coming back to me. What a fucking banger. Wilt in that show was based off Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, tall ass
tall
ass mofo.
Yo, that's so funny. Oh man, dude, I could go on for this for days. But yeah, to keep a little more streamlined, do you want to do? Let's find some famous duos.
No, let's see what can we think of off the top
of some more Cartoon Network shows.
No, famous duos.
Oh, just off top. Ooh. Salt and pepper.
Yes. Are we talking any duo ever, or sports, or is it music? Or is it just anything?
I'm thinking like PB&J. I'm thinking really anything. You know what I mean?
Who's
Like
PB&J? Oh,
peanut butter jelly, dude. Like
I thought you were saying that was a rap group or something.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. No, I'm thinking. Yeah, it can be sports, movies, anything. I'm thinking. I don't know why I'm
cookies
going
and
food.
milk.
I'm fucking hungry. Yeah, like I'm thinking of food, cookies and milk. That's a fucking dope one.
That's a bar.
I'll
give you one. Well, Jordan, Pippen, Rodman we talk about, but Jordan Pippen is an all-time one.
Jordan Pippen is all-time.
Paul Pierce, KG. I would include
LeBron and D Wade.
LeBron, D Wade. We're not going to include Chris Bosh because I wasn't.
That would be a trio. We could do trios.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, best duos or trios of all time. Go.
Best duos or trios of all time.
Brady to Moss.
That's a good duo.
Brady to Edelman.
Good connection. Oh,
or Brady to any of his stand-up receivers.
Damn. See, now I can't even think of any.
Think of QBs. Stockton and Malone. Yeah, point guards and big men. Think of it was like Jameer Nelson and Dwight Howard in 2010 when they go to the finals and lose
Curry
to the
Clay.
Lakers. Steph Curry and Clay.
Is that a good one?
That is a good one.
Low key, people sleep on JB and JT.
JB, JT, shout out.
Shouts. People sleep on that.
They're gonna bring home the ring for the boys.
People sleep on defense. People sleep on D White and Marcus Smart. That's a defensive duo right there.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm looking at it right now, but Finn and Jake from Adventure Time, good duo.
Yep.
T-Beck and Randy, good duo.
Well, that might be the number one duo.
That might be that.
I mean, that might have to conclude the list. Give it up. Thank you.
We're going duos. Yeah, that's all you get. If we want to get with trios, you want to get with trios real quick?
Yeah, trios.
What's some good trios? Like, you know what would have been a good one? Shrek and Donkey would have been a good duo. But I guess we do Shrek, Donkey, Puss in Boots for trios.
Yeah.
We can make trios happen. Shrek, Donkey, Puss in Boots is a good one.
Yes.
Does rock, paper, scissors count as a trio?
Yes, absolutely. That's an all-timer.
Rock, paper, scissors is a trio.
Duck, duck, goose.
That would be a duo, right? A duck and a goose?
No, but it's two ducks.
So two ducks and a goose? Okay. What about...
That's a stretch, but we'll take it.
Does a fork, a spoon, and a knife count?
Yes, that's an all-timer. Absolutely. All-timer.
But then a spork could be a...
Spork is just a...
That's just a spoon and a fork.
Or the spin knife.
It's
a spork, but the other end is a knife.
Yep.
Yeah. That is legendary.
That is a good one. That's fantastic. Does... Ooh.
Well, we could talk about any
we already did Jordan,
basketball.
Pippen, Rodman. We did
KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen.
That's a good one. We did D Wade, Bosh, and LeBron.
We could do
SpongeBob and Patrick would have been a good duo, but I guess we could have Sandy, and it could be a trio.
Or Squidward.
Or Squid. Yeah. Shout Squidward, dude.
They all live on the same street.
Yeah. They all live on the same street.
So yeah, it only works.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to start looking some of these up.
All right, no, this is a good one. We can do. It's neighbor. It's neighbor, best man at your wedding, or kill. SpongeBob, Patrick.
So it's fuck, marry, kill,
Squidward.
essentially.
Yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill, SpongeBob, Squidward,
No.
Patrick.
Neighbor, best man at your wedding, kill.
So, I would rather...
Who do you want to be your neighbor out of those three? Honestly, Squidward.
I think you would rather be neighbors with Squidward just because...
He keeps to himself.
He keeps to himself, but if you wanted to meme on his ass, you could meme on his ass.
Yeah.
You could be the SpongeBob, so it would be fun. Best man at your wedding has to be SpongeBob. And then what was the last one?
Kill.
Oh, shit. I guess you do kill Patrick in that.
Sadly,
you might have to kill Patrick, but I don't know. That's a tough one.
What about
But we just Ed and Eddie. Didn't we not just say that's a go trio?
Yeah. So
they're good boys. Good boys.
So for that, who's your best man? Probably Smart Ed. Not my Nate.
Yeah, Smart Ed. You want to be your best man? No.
My neighbor's Smart Ed.
No, I was about to say neighbor Smart Ed.
Best man is
Cool Ed.
Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie's your best man, and then you killed Autistic Ed.
You kill Ed.
That doesn't sound as good. I'm gonna cut that out. I'm probably gonna keep it. Who cares? I looked some up, and one says small, medium, large, big,
medium, big,
Little
medium,
John,
small.
Little John, medium John, big John.
Little John, medium, big John. Yes, sir.
How is that a trio?
So who's your neighbor in that trio? Big John.
I guess Large John. But
and then
it goes ready, set, go. Is that a trio? I guess it is.
Ready, set, go. I mean, it's the same as Duck, Duck, Goose. So it's like
you know what? You're right. Duck, Duck, Goose
kind of stretches, but
this is a fucking good one. I can't believe I didn't think of this one, Ty. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Fuck, that's probably the go-to trio.
All right. So who's your best man
for breakfast, lunch, dinner?
Mine's got to be. My neighbor is dinner.
My neighbor is breakfast. I want to see that motherfucker every day.
Yeah, but I thought you intermittent fast.
Yeah, but you can eat breakfast foods not at breakfast time.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
right.
don't cap on me with that linguistic
breakfast
shit.
For dinner. Yeah, so what does that even count as?
Is it breakfast for dinner? Oh, I don't know.
I mean, there's also brunch. There's also supper.
There's brunch. But
late lunches.
That's for the birds. That shit's for the birds. Yeah. I would say Migos, good trio.
Migos, yeah.
Shouts R.I.P. Takeoff.
R.I.P. Takeoff, the GOAT.
Damn, I can't really think. Honestly, I don't know. That's all I can think of.
Kobe, Shaq, duo all time, but Kobe, Shaq, and
that's a good duo. That's a great duo.
Someone, Robert Horry. Oh, what about
is Hernandez and Gronk and Brady a trio?
That is 3 people, which we classify.
But is that a goated trio?
Nah.
I don't know. It could have been though.
It could have been. It could
been some.
What could have been?
Something special. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I can think of. But I mean, we've been on this pod for a minute now. We're over an hour. So
it's been a schminny.
Do you want to wrap up the posthumous takes? And
yeah.
That's how we wrap up.
The posthumous.
So yeah, let's deep dive real quick about Mac Miller. Let's get back into it because hey, shouts out to Cartoon Network really quick, by the way.
Shout out, big shout.
People gotta stop sleeping on them.
Yeah, they do, for sure.
Mac Miller, Mac Lib.
Mac Miller is a whack thriller.
Mac.
Cool.
Madlib says collab album with late Mac Miller is coming. Madlib says he's finishing up his collaborative album featuring the late Mac Miller. Project was being worked on before Miller's 2018 death. No, they kept it under wraps for this long.
So they're finishing the album for him pretty much.
Yeah, there's potentially more Mac Miller music on the way on Monday, March 28th. Yesterday. Not yesterday.
Shouts.
2 days ago. What's today?
Today's the 29th.
Today's Wednesday, so this is a typo. Tuesday, March 28th.
Yeah.
Revered hip-hop producer Madlib told Sway in the Morning that he's finishing... Shout Sway in the Morning, by the way.
Shout
Shady. Shout Shade 45.
Shout Shade 45.
We should get on...
Wake your punk ass up.
Wake your punk ass up.
Get the crust out your eyes.
So he's finishing several projects, including a posthumous release with the late rapper Mac Miller. Right now, I'm finishing up the Mac Miller album, the Planet Asia album, and the Erykah Badu album. He said while discussing his newly released joint project, Liberation 2, with Talib Kweli. Sway the Nasty Mac's estate agreed to the completion of the project, which Madlib confirmed. For years, rumors have swirled regarding the possible release of the collaborative effort between Miller and Madlib. In 2019, in an interview with DJ Booth, Miller's producer, Theo Leonis Martin, said that two recorded an entire project together and dubbed it Mac Lib. Wow. Let's go.
Let's go. Give it up
Shouts
for that.
Mac
Mac Lib.
He also revealed that he had a song of theirs during Madlib's set at the Pitchfork Music Festival in Chicago that same year. Madlib just randomly plays a Mac Miller joint, and I turn to him like I'm like, oh, this just jumped. There's more of these, right? He said, oh yeah, there's a whole album, Mac Lib. Martin said at the time, if Madlib decided to bless the world with that project, he should. Clips of an unreleased song between Miller, who died in September 2018, and Madlib titled Shut the Front Door surfaced in 2019, but were later scrubbed off the internet. The last Mac Miller album. Yeah, stop fucking dropping music. Stop leaking that shit. Who is data mining this shit? Like, how do you access that?
You can hack anything pretty
Literally,
much.
Like, where do they keep it? Like a vault, and they just fucking break in like goddamn bank robbers. The last Mac Miller album to be released was 2020's Circles, and intended to be the companion to his August 2018 Grammy-nominated effort, Swimming. That's a good duo. Swimming in Circles. Producer John Brion helped the production for Circles. The album debuted at number 3 on the Billboard. I can't talk right now. On the Billboard 200 with 164,000 album equivalent units, the highest opening week of Miller's career, which is crazy. People didn't give him his roses. It's all good.
Give that man his roses.
They're giving to him now. But
yeah,
that's really great shit to hear. Honestly, I'm fucking pumped for that.
I'm looking forward.
And so
to
anybody
it.
that says like, keep the posthumous shit, like stop milking them, yada yada, like, dude, you gotta grow up. Like, I don't know, like you
gotta grow up.
Like the argument saying like, oh, like they didn't get to finish it, so you can't say whether or not that it would have worked or not. And it's like, dude, I think they wanted you to hear their shit.
Yeah, they would want it.
They would want their people that championed them. They would want to give them something that they could give them.
Absolutely. And the people want to hear it. They want. For me, if I hear music like postpartum music, like it's to honor. In my eyes, it's like you're honoring them by listening to it, by playing it, by producing it. So
no, I 1,000% agree. Like, I don't think anybody's clowning. I mean, whether the song's good or not, like that doesn't matter. Like, obviously, when it's posthumous, you gotta go into it realizing, like, yeah, it's obviously not gonna have the full artistic talent. Yeah,
it's not really them.
Yes, it's not
producing
100%
it,
them
making the finishing touches and everything.
So like, if you're being so strict and uptight about that, like you got to go into it like realizing it's not going to be obviously 100% what they would have put into it. But like, dude, if I can get one more Mac album, especially with Madlib, who's a sick producer, like I said, has done. We can look up his discography.
I'm all ears. I'm all ears for this project coming out.
That's what I'm saying.
When's it drop? Or it did drop?
They didn't give a date, but they just said it's coming this year.
It's working on it.
But Madlib has done a lot of.
Yeah, what has he done?
Shit. Like I said, he's got Mad Villainy. He's got that Liberation Project that he was talking about.
Is he like a DJ Khaled or?
Well, DJ Khaled's more like EDM. Madlib's very like, I want to say like kind of mid. Or like mid coast, East Coast vibe, I would say.
He wears like the same hat as DJ Khaled. I'm saying like, or he just works with artists and produces, or is he like?
I'm Cap. He's from California, so he's more West Coast sound, I would say. He's producer, right? Like he makes beats. He's an engineer, but like DJ Khaled kind of does more. I would say like, yeah, like you said, like banger, trap beats. Madlib's more like
DJ Khaled.
Exactly.
He's
got that vibe. But Madlib has done. Oh, he's done work with Freddie Gibbs. Shouts Freddie Gibbs, by the way.
Shouts Freddie Gibbs.
I fucks with his work. MF Doom, as we know.
Yep.
Jay Dilla, if you heard of him.
Jay Dilla, the
multi-instrumentalist, by the way, and rapper. Interesting. I have not heard him. Maybe he might have rapped on Mad Villainy.
I believe it.
He
sounds like a talented guy. Shout out. What's the name again?
MF Doom? Or no. Madlib?
Madlib.
Yeah.
I want to say Maclib, but
hey,
that's the album.
I want Maclib. If you
Keep your eyes out for that.
If you don't want Maclib, if you don't want Juice WRLD posthumous shit, if you don't want XXXTentacion posthumous shit, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know. Pop Smoke, like, I want to listen to their stuff. I want to
Yeah, I want to hear what they had.
I want to hear what they had.
I'm all for respecting, the families and all that. Like,
right.
If
it gets
the family should
disrespectful,
the family should put it out.
Yes,
they should profit off it. Or
yes, I think no, you bring a good point. I think that's a big reason too, is that like the labels will do it to like milk and get royalties. That's a good point. Like, yeah, I agree. I do think the family should be receiving some type of compensation for this.
Absolutely.
Just that's someone they lost to, personal to them, that like it was their art. Like I think I agree with that. I think they should get something. So I do not agree with that. Again, like I said, it has to be responsible, has to be respectful, cannot be, abused. I agree. As long as it's tasteful, it's done in a tasteful way, I don't see any problem with posthumous music. I don't see a problem with it. I don't.
Nothing wrong with releasing it. Only issue I have is if it's the funds are going to the wrong person.
Right, that's a good one. Yeah. But it's like, for example, like Heath Ledger, for example, he died before the release of The Dark Knight, but he died after it was all done.
Yeah, it was already
recording.
Done.
It was all ready to go. Anyways, they had everything they needed, but he died after. He died after it all ended, but before it got seen. It's like, would you not? We were not supposed to show you The Dark Knight because Heath Ledger passed away.
Yeah,
Heath Ledger would want to see you fucking marvel at what he did. You know what I mean?
Ridiculously great performance. Give it up.
That's what I'm saying. Like imagine you missed out. Like, sorry, we're scrapping the project because he passed away. Like, dog, come on now.
Yeah, I agree. They're not gonna scrap the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but I guess
his family should be involved in some way. But definitely show that movie, and great performance. Tragic ending for him, but
100%.
Rest in peace.
I guess like that's not like a direct comparison, but like in that article that we talked about, he said that they worked on it before he passed away, like back in 2018. So like, I mean,
yeah, it's
the stuff was been ready. Like I don't think they're doctoring anything, right? Like I don't like you know how like
it was
AI
like
is like
they're finishing
voices now. Like you can see it's a big trend now where like AI is like, what would Kanye West sound on this song, or what would J. Cole sound on this song? Like they've been doing that. Like I doubt it's that. I doubt it's gonna be doctored and engineered like that. I'm pretty sure it's respectful, appropriate. Like I mean I don't know. I'm not in that.
It sounds like
cutting room floor, but
it sounds like it's a lot of Mac's own work, or a good amount at least, partially done by Mac himself because they were working on it before. So, and Madlib definitely knows the vibe and what Mac was trying to create in the album, because I'm sure they're collabing in a way that he would know that. So this is as authentic as, a postpartum album could be at this point.
Right, authentic is a good term. I think you're 100% correct. I think they're doing it respectfully. I want to see this. I don't. People like to say like posthumous albums are usually bad, but like I don't know. I can't really think of any bad posthumous albums. Like Mac Miller's had a great ending. I think Juice WRLD had good a couple of posthumous albums. Like I still listen to that music. I still enjoy it. Like XXXTentacion still will have music drop. Like him and Kanye West like recently dropped a song called True Love that I still think is good. Like I don't think it drops in quality. I mean, do I think some?
It's case to case.
It's case to case, yeah. Like
for the majority, I feel like
there's gonna be misses, dude. But like guaranteed, like there would have been misses whether they were alive or not.
Right.
Like people will pick apart an album when they're alive. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna pick it apart when they're dead too. You know what I mean? Like people always do that shit. So I don't know. I don't see any harm in it. I want that fucking album so bad. I want it today. I want it yesterday.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Shout out Mac. Give it up.
Yeah, these are.
Thank you to our live crowd.
Yeah, shouts. No, these are good topics. I definitely want to.
And the live band.
We can talk about this shit forever. We can go on forever. But
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, people got to ease up. That's all I can tell you. Stop caring so much. Ease up.
Yeah,
That's my advice for the day. Stop caring so much. Ease up. Focus on you. Stop focusing on everyone else.
Find that middle ground, that balance.
Yes.
Bice, you know it. The balance is the center of everything.
Yes.
You're balancing right in shotgun when you're with us.
Because
we're always in the back, the Bice in the back.
Shouts. Hey, let's wrap this up. I appreciate you, T-Back. Goated fucking guy. Shouts. Give it up for T-Back.
No.
Give it up for the Bice.
Keep it going for Randy. Keep it going for the GOAT. The
T-Back,
King, Randy.
Can we tell the people we just hit 100 subscribers?
Yes, we did. Hey, give up for that.
Come on.
We'll both press. 100 subs.
100 fucking subs, dude.
Hey, everyone
That's
who
a milestone,
subbed,
man.
thank you guys.
No, for
real. We love you.
If people
Keep
watch
commenting.
this, you know what's fun? I think about, if people watch this that, we didn't grow up with, aren't, our close people supporting us. Shouts to you guys, too, by the way. Obviously, all love to everyone. I would fucking kiss you. You know what I mean? I would do anything for you. I appreciate you for watching. But I'm thinking about
would
the
you
people.
Kiss me?
No.
Wow, that's crazy.
You gotta shave that beard. No, I'm kidding.
All right, too far.
No,
Pause.
But for real though. I
for real though.
People that didn't grow up with us that actually listen to this, watch the shorts, listen to us, probably don't even understand our inside jokes and what the entire time. If you're watching this, yo, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. You're goated. We just reached 100 subs. This pod probably won't come out for a few weeks, so it'll be tough to catch up with. But hopefully by the time this is out, we're at 1,000 or
hopefully
we're at 200 or something. I don't know.
Hopefully we're at 1 million.
We're on an upswing. The ball's rolling. I think we got some magic here.
Yeah, if you watch this point of the video,
You're
I'm sure that's very rare. But you're goated. Thank you so much. We love you.
We love you.
Keep
Thank
watching.
You so much. Keep riding shoddy.
Keep riding shoddy.
And we'll keep bringing you this content. We got some good shit coming on the way. Since we hit 100, we're going to do a gym vlog.
We're
going
to
do this shit anyways. But yeah, this gave us a reason. So shit's coming. Look out for it.
Step the game up.
Let us know what else you guys want to see. We'll do vlogs. We'll do fucking...
Let us know what merch you want. The balance shirts, hats, sweatshirts, whatever you want. We got it. Dogbot hats. Add them on Instagram.
Shouts.
I don't know what else to say about him. He's the GOAT.
At Dogbot hats, he's goated.
But yeah, I mean, I got
nothing else to say.
Note
right here. It hold on, let me read it real quick. It just says Dogbot hats is the greatest GOAT of all time.
Yes.
Thank you. Shouts Dogbot hats.
Shouts.
All right.
Take us out, Dogbot. Take us out.
Thank you guys. All right. Goodbye, everyone. We're out of here. Be easy.
Be easy now. Be